Hello and welcome to this on-demand webinar on flood insurance. At Professional Insurance Programs, we specialize in helping homeowners navigate their insurance needs, ensuring they have the right coverage to protect their homes and finances. Today, we'll explore why flood insurance is essential, who needs it, what it covers, and how you can purchase the right policy for your needs. Here's what we'll cover in today's session: why flood insurance matters, understanding flood risk, what is flood insurance and what it covers, who needs flood insurance, cost and purchasing options, filing a claim, Wisconsin-specific considerations. Let's start by discussing why flood insurance is so important. Flooding is a major concern in Wisconsin, and it can happen for several reasons. Heavy rainfall. Intense storms can lead to flash flooding. Rapid snowmelt. Large amounts of melting snow can quickly overwhelm drainage systems. Overflowing rivers. The state's many rivers can spill over, affecting homes and businesses. A common myth is that I don't live in a flood zone, so I'm safe. The reality is that flooding can happen anywhere, not just in designated high-risk zones. FEMA provides interactive flood maps to help homeowners determine their level of flood risk. These maps take into account topographical data and historical flooding patterns. Special flood. Hazard areas. These high-risk zones have at least a 1% annual chance of flooding. Moderate to low-risk zones. These areas experience flooding less frequently but are still vulnerable. Surprisingly, 25% of all flood insurance claims come from properties outside of high-risk zones. This highlights why flood insurance is a smart choice for all homeowners. Flood insurance is a specialized policy that covers damage caused by rising water from natural sources, such as heavy rain, rivers, storm surges, or excessive snowmelt. Options available: National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, backed by FEMA with coverage limits up to $250,000. Private flood insurance offers higher coverage limits and sometimes lower rates. A key takeaway here: standard homeowners insurance does not cover flood damage. Even just 1 inch of floodwater can cause $25,000 in damage, making flood insurance a crucial investment. What does flood insurance cover? Flood insurance is divided into two main coverage types. Building coverage protects the foundation, electrical systems, plumbing, and other structural components. And contents coverage covers personal belongings, household appliances, and furniture. However, it does not cover certain things, such as landscaping, cash, and basement improvements. Flood insurance isn't just for homeowners in high-risk areas. Here's who should consider it: homeowners in high-risk zones, required by lenders if you have a mortgage. Homeowners in moderate to low-risk areas, recommended to protect your home from unexpected floods. Renters can purchase contents-only coverage. All property owners and residents. Since flooding can happen anywhere, having coverage is a smart financial move. How much does flood insurance cost? Flood insurance costs vary depending on location, risk level, and home characteristics. Low-risk areas. Average premiums start at around $500 per year. High-risk areas. Premiums can go up to $3,500 per year. Potential damage. Just 1 inch of flooding can result in $25,000 in repair costs. When evaluating property ownership, it's crucial to account for the cost of flood insurance to ensure sufficient protection against potential flood damage. Homes in high-risk areas, older structures, and policies with more comprehensive coverage tend to have higher premiums. If you're looking to reduce your flood insurance costs, here are a few strategies. Lower your flood risk, elevate utilities, install flood vents, and make structural improvements. Choose a higher deductible. Increases out-of-pocket expenses but lowers annual premiums. Provide an elevation certificate. Proving your home's height above flood levels can result in savings. Working with an insurance advisor, like our team at Professional Insurance Programs, can help you explore these cost-saving options. If you're ready to purchase flood insurance, here's what you need to do. Choose your provider. Decide between an NFIP policy or private insurance. Find an agent. Work with an insurance provider specializing in flood coverage. Plan ahead. NFIP policies have a 30-day waiting period, so don't wait until a flood is imminent to get covered. If your home experiences flood damage, follow these steps to ensure a smooth claims process. Document the damage. Take photos and videos of everything affected. Contact your insurance provider, notify them as soon as possible to start your claim. Work with adjusters, cooperate with insurance adjusters to assess the damage. Follow recovery steps. Your insurer will provide a timeline for repairs and compensation. Wisconsin has its own unique flood risks and resources available to help homeowners. Know your area's risk. Regions near the Mississippi River, Lake Michigan, and large rivers are especially vulnerable. State assistance. Wisconsin Emergency Management offers programs to help protect homes and lower insurance costs. Check your insurance. We can help you determine the right level of coverage for your home. Don't wait for a flood to happen. Protect your home now. Before we wrap up, here are some key points to remember. Flooding can happen anywhere, even outside high-risk zones. Homeowners insurance does not cover flood damage, so a separate policy is necessary. Flood insurance costs vary, but there are ways to reduce your premium. Don't wait to get covered. Remember, NFIP policies have a 30-day waiting period. If you have any questions or would like to discuss your flood insurance options, contact Professional Insurance Programs at 800-637-4676, info@profinsprog.com, or visit our website www.insuranceformembers.com. Thank you for taking the time to learn about flood insurance today. Protecting your home is one of the best financial decisions you can make. Stay safe, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need assistance.